Okay, we're back again today. I'm going to go over the different components and the parts of a small 10-inch miter saw. This one here is a Makita brand. I've had this one for probably about 25 years. So pretty much this is what they call a miter saw, not a compound miter, because it only goes in both directions, but it does not bevel side to side. So today I'm just going to go over the different parts of it, like I said earlier. Just about like I'm going to lock this in place. So just like on the circular saw that we did earlier, it has a upper guard, then it has a lower guard. This one here pivots just like it does on the circular saw. This is the table, what they call the table. This little part back here on the back, this is what they call the fence. With this one, you can lock it down in place. It's got a little button here. You put it in, it locks it down for moving from job site to job site or from location to location. Also, with the table down here, when you lock it back and forth, I don't know if she can come up here a little bit closer. See, it's got 45 degree, 22 and a half, just different degrees. So most of the time you're going to use it on 0. So you turn the handle to lock it in place. Then you undo it. This one here has a trigger safety on it, because you can't pick up on it or push in on it, depress the trigger until you push in on the side. This little button here releases it so you can push it in. So that's pretty much what they call this kind of saw. It's a direct drive. The motor's fastened on the side, which comes around to the shaft to where the blade goes on. So it's direct into it. Some of them has belts on them, which the motor is usually on the back side of it, and then it comes across and has a belt that makes the blade turn. But this one is a direct drive. So, and then it's got a dust collector in the back of it. So when the dust goes up, it goes in here, into the bag, and then when it gets full, you just empty it in the trash. So I'm going to show you how to change the blade on this one also. So with this one here, I believe it's a 1/2 inch. It's got a little locking nut right here. So you loosen it up. And then you swing this up out of the way, and this gets you to the arbor and the shaft that goes into the motor. Just like the circular saw, it has a shaft lock right here. This is where the button is on it. So I'm gonna hold it. Most of these miter boxes are gonna be, like I said in the circular saw, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. These are usually reverse threads on. So this one here, to loosen it, you're going to go to the right, and then you loosen it up, take the bolt out, same way with the circular saw. It's got little flat spots on the side, same thing on the shaft. That way it locks it in place. So then you can just take it off. And then I'm gonna put this blade back on because it's still in good shape. So if you remember on the circular saw, remember I said the blades, you always had to go towards the front. This is the opposite. Just like the threads are opposite on it. You gotta make sure the blade, the teeth are pointing down towards the table. So then you just reverse it, put it on. So this one here, I'm going to the left and it's screwing it in. This is a reverse thread. So with the shaft lock engaged, then I can tighten it back up. Just snug it up, make sure you don't get it, you want to get it tight enough to where it don't spin on the shaft. And then you come around and put the guard back on. Always make sure that you have the guards intact. Do not ever take the guard off and try to use it. Because if you do, I've seen some horror stories on that. Didn't have a guard on it and the guy was using it and he cut the top of his hand here and he's not the same. So multiple surgeries and everything. Biggest thing is always respect the tools and know the different parts of it. So if you ever have to replace a port on it, you know exactly what port you need. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll be back with another video later. Thank you.